bite-sized bits. That's the point of this podcast, remember? 3, 4, 5, no more than 10 minutes ever. So that in your short commute, your short walk from home to work, short drive from home to work, or the other way around, you got a little something to listen to. I'm back. I'm in the studio again today recording another one. Studio, meaning a closet with some foam. I do feel a bit like Dr. Dre, but not nearly as talented. Well, in some capacities, right? Maybe he's not as good at some things. We'll see. Luke Miller, Moment Creative, here again with episode number 4, season 1, episode 4. They're coming fast and furious. I've got a long list of blogs I want to get through. And I think that's a good thing. It's a good thing that they're coming to me that fast because there's a lot of things to talk about. And I just got to pace it. I mean, I can't flood the world with this great content. Do not disturb. I got to remind myself to turn on Do Not Disturb every time I come in here to record one of these because my email, my phone, my iPod, my Apple Watch, you name it. Oh, speaking of which, I misplaced my Apple Watch this past weekend. I was in LA. Furious trip last week. Chicago Wednesday night. Meeting Thursday. Pop to LA Thursday night, shoot Friday, back home. Crazy week. Fun week, but I set my Apple Watch down in the Westin at the LAX airport, and they seem to not be able to find it. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. Today's podcast. I always call these blogs. They're sound blogs. Splogs. You got video blogs, vlogs. So what's an audio blog? Oddlog. Slog. Not a good portmanteau. So we'll just call it a podcast. Today's topic: competitively bidding your projects. Now, this works either direction. Okay, let me just say that. Either direction. I don't care if you're the buyer or the seller. You want competitive bidding. For a couple reasons that aren't necessarily obvious. So I'm going to start with the not obvious ones. Competitive bidding is good for you in terms of bringing the best to the table every single time. If you're the seller, you're an agency in this case, you're us, you're trying to sell your ability to bring something to life. Let's just make this really, really simple. You're hosting 10 members of LAFC at a Dick's Sporting Goods. You're going to look at what that's going to take. What's it going to take to get them there? What's it going to take to feed them? What's it going to take to seat them? What's it going to take to have the supplies necessary to do it? Do they need autograph cards printed? What's the backdrop look like? It goes on and on, right? But what ultimately are you going to deliver? A bid. And let's just say there's 2 other agencies out here doing that. They're going to deliver bids as well too. Now, they say historically with competitive bidding, you've got a high and a low, and you usually have a middle. And then you can get people to sharpen their pencil as a result of it. With creative work, it's important that you dig in. Why are they different? Is there some other great idea in here that these other 2 agencies aren't pitching that needs to have credence? Can't just be tit for tat on the numbers. But you know what it does is it forces you to think. It forces you to deliver your best possible concepts, your best possible ideas, and it forces you to deliver a price that's fair. Wow. Novel concept, a fair price. You know what? There's plenty of work in this industry to go around. If you deliver a fair bid and you constantly deliver fair bids, coupled with great ideas, you're going to get work. And guess what? You're going to make money. You can still build in your margins. You're worth it. You're worth it. Everyone deserves to make money. You don't have to cheat anyone to do that. Competitively bidding is good for you as a seller. Now, it's also good for you as a buyer, okay? We competitively bid all of our projects to all of our vendors, okay? I'm looking at a pack of batteries right now, so I'm going to talk about that. If we need batteries for an event or a project or a campaign or a shoot or whatever it is, you're not just going to go get batteries from the first place you see batteries. Well, I mean, batteries are so inconsequential that you might, but let's say you needed hundreds of thousands of batteries. Now we're talking about a big swing. You're not just probably going to go down to your local Walmart and pick up 4 packs of Energizers, right? Doesn't make a whole lot of sense. You can probably get them in bulk. Probably worth considering an off-brand. Probably worth looking into a few things. Is it cheaper for you to pick them up in market? Can you ship them in? Does shipping costs change things? You should competitively bid both directions and feel compelled to competitively bid as a seller. And you should definitely want to do it as a buyer because it saves you money. It saves you money. Money that you can pass on now. A lot of people are like, why would I want to save a client money? Well, that is a question I've heard way too much in my career, and it should not even be a question. You should want to save your client money every single time. You got a $10,000 project. You could spend $10,000. Great. Your client's probably not going to bat an eye. You got a $10,000 project, but it only costs $9,000. You save them $1,000. Now your client loves you. And always strive to do that. Because guess what? You pick up that $1,000 on every single project, and now all of a sudden, there's that 11th project that year that wasn't supposed to be there. But because you've found the money, it's there. And you're saying, well, what's the difference between doing 10 and 11 if I'm getting the same amount of money? Think about it. Think about it. Go back to being 12 again and think about what it means to be a good person. Think about it. Competitively bid both directions. That's the podcast. Have a good day. Luke Miller, Moment Creative. We'll talk to you on the next one.